everybody, and welcome to another episode of Insufficient Friends. I'm Kevin. She's Nikki.
Hi.
And Nick, this week we have another friend joining us, and that is your Aunt Cindy. Hey, Aunt Cindy, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are y'all doing?
Doing good. And it has been a couple weeks since we've actually recorded one of these. I know you guys have seen us since then, but we haven't talked for a couple weeks. So, how have you guys been?
Yeah, it's been a long week in our family, but
Yes.
we ended, at least me and my dad and mom and Casey ended last night with a Royals game. And Casey's never been to a Royals game, and I haven't been to a Royals game since maybe before COVID. So it was fun, even though I don't like the Royals.
Hey, represent your team there, Nick. The Royals.
Yeah. I did wear a Kansas City shirt, so I don't have any Royals gear, but I wore a Kansas City shirt and a Kansas City hat.
Okay.
I'm so proud of you.
Well, I mean, at least it was something Kansas City. Like, I don't. Do you just not like the Royals, or do you just not like care about baseball?
No. Oh, no, I care about baseball. I'm a Cardinals fan, though.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
kind of random, but okay.
Well, I was born
No.
there. Most of my family, Aunt Cindy, Aunt
Yeah.
Lisa, my dad, they're all from St. Louis. So.
Okay, I guess that's true, yeah. But,
My dad, actually, when he was little in grade school, was from downtown St. Louis.
okay,
Yep. So yeah, we're the whole family's actually big Cardinals fans.
okay.
So.
I guess that makes more sense. I guess I didn't realize that. I mean, I always think of you being from Kansas City, so that makes more sense though, knowing that.
Well, and we're Chiefs fans, even though this St. Louis had the Rams for a long time.
Yeah, but
most of us have always been Chiefs fans.
the Rams were only in St. Louis for a few years. Like, the Rams were only in St. Louis for a short period of time, not really that long, so that's
Yeah.
Yeah, before that it was also the football Cardinals.
The football Cardinals, yeah.
Yeah.
We had football Cardinals. But the Chiefs have been there since the 60s, so just about everybody in Missouri now is Chiefs fans.
Yeah. So, but anyway, did either of you have any shout outs for this week?
I don't think so. We didn't have any on Instagram.
No on Instagram. We did have a couple. The guys over at the YouTube page Creeps told us, commented on a couple of our episodes, both on the malls and on the Abe Lincoln episodes, actually.
Ooh.
Said that it's always worthwhile talking about Abe Lincoln, and said they learned some interesting stuff about our Abe Lincoln episode. And said that they definitely remember being in the malls and kids and going to like KB Toys and stuff like that in the 80s and things like that. So always good to hear from those guys over there too. So
Yeah. I'm also very glad that someone said they learned something from us.
yes, because that does not really happen on our episodes.
That doesn't happen often.
But anyway, so this week Aunt Cindy is joining us. We're doing another food box. This one's a little delayed because I failed to order the thing for like 3 weeks. And Aunt Cindy thought it would be fun to join us, and we thought it'd be fun to have her. I also failed in ordering this anyway when I did get it ordered, because I ordered the wrong one. Oh, I ordered the right one, just the wrong size of food box. So I ended up getting like more things than what they did. But
Yeah.
we have all
You'll
the
just
same
have to do an
things.
extra segment of just you rating your additional snacks.
Yeah. I may have to do a rapid fire thing and send it to you so you can put it on Instagram. We may have to try it. I may have to do that. But yeah, so we've got 6 different things to try here. They're all from South Korea. Yes, Korea, South Korea particularly. I don't think we probably got anything from North Korea. I doubt anything came from that side of the border. But so what would you two like to start with today. We're going to rank all these, by the way. They gave us a little ratings chart. I'm going to keep track of these. We'll put our rankings at the bottom. But it gave us how to say, I don't know if you can see this, how to say all these in Korean. Is it going to focus? It's not going to focus. It gave us how to say all these in Korean. We're too afraid to how to pronounce these, so we're not actually gonna try that. But yeah.
But basically, it boils down to
Wow,
so there's
delicious.
3 ratings.
Okay,
Yeah.
and that's horrid. So we're just gonna
Yep.
use those, because we're too afraid to actually pronounce how it is, how it says them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I think we let our guest choose first.
Okay, works for me.
That would be me. I'm going to go right away with the sweet hot thing and get it out of the way. So
Okay.
sweet and hot first.
This
Okay.
the
I
puff,
got my paper towels ready. I got my tea ready. We're ready for sweet and hot.
the corn puff thingies.
Yes.
Looks
Yeah,
like
it says
Interesting.
sweet and spicy tteokbokki flavor, a wheat and rice snack.
it makes me think
What it
of
looks like.
Cheetos. Is what it looks like on the bag, like a
Yeah,
puffy Cheeto.
Cheetos or Takis,
Okay.
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh, it says these were originally served to members of the royal court during the Joseon dynasty in a mild soy sauce. And then it got a spicy upgrade in the 1950s.
Wait, the what dynasty?
Joseon, Joseon.
Do we know what time period that? Like, how long ago was that? How far are we going back here?
I'm gonna look that up.
Because are we talking like these are like hundreds of years old? Because that's kind of crazy.
They smell good.
The
They don't smell hot.
yeah, the Joseon dynasty was 1392 to 1910, the longest ruling Korean dynasty. So it could have been anywhere in there.
So it could have been any time. Yeah. I would say they're not. I would say they're more sweet than hot. There is a little bit of a
At the end, there's a kick.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
But I don't think it's what we're used to when we think like Takis, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now it's really starting to hit the back of my throat.
Oh, those are good. I like these.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would
These
say,
are good.
wow, delicious.
Yeah, I'm gonna say wow, delicious too.
I think I'm going to really put emphasis on the wow. That was a surprise.
Okay.
I was kind of dreading that one.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
would.
good, though.
I would give that an okay.
You give it
It's
okay?
not. It's. I don't. I'm not a fan of the sweet. It's too.
Yeah, you don't like mixtures of
I
flavors.
don't like the mixtures of flavors. That's not. That's not my jam. Usually, is the mixtures of flavors.
Oh, it says these can
And
be
that is
eaten.
totally my jam. That's my favorite thing. It's either sweet and salty or sweet and just a little bit of kick.
Okay.
Not a lot. A little.
Yeah.
Yeah. It says these were eaten either on their own as snacks or crushed up and sprinkled over your favorite savory dish. Interesting. That was good.
Interesting.
Well, I have, so in between trying different things here, I looked up different popular Korean myths or mythological creatures because I always like to look up something, like niche about whatever country we're, trying snacks from. So here's this, these were all very interesting to me. Here's the first mythological creature that I haven't heard of. Anything similar, because how some cultures have like a Bigfoot or a Sasquatch, like things that make sense, like the Momo monster, they all kind of are the same.
Yeah.
This one I haven't heard anything similar to, but let me know what you guys think. So this is a gumiho. Again, I don't know if I'm saying that right. but
Probably not.
A nine-tailed fox. So it's a fox with 9 tails that can turn into a beautiful woman. And in old stories, the fox would live for 1,000 years and would lure men to eat their livers. But if they could avoid eating men for 1,000 days, then they become fully human.
Oh, wow.
So, do they die if they don't eat men? if they don't
They
eat the
become
livers?
human after 1,000 days.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's, I mean, that's like 3 years almost.
Yeah,
But it doesn't say they can't eat other things.
I guess that's true.
yeah.
But
Hmm.
I have a confession. When you read that, Nikki, my immediate thought was, do they eat it with fava beans and a nice Chianti? That went through my head.
uh,
So,
now the big question is, does Nick know that reference?
No.
Exactly.
I do not.
No, I
And
just
what's sad
smile
is
and
I've
laugh.
actually never seen the movie because it's too weird, but I know that line.
Nick, do you know the line? Or you laughed?
No.
Okay, you don't know the line
I
either.
smile and laugh at everything.
Okay, so Aunt Cindy knows the line, but has never seen the movie. Nick doesn't
Yeah.
even know the line, but she just laughed anyway. Okay, so we've got all measures here.
Yeah. What is it from?
Okay,
It's from
what's
Silence of the Lambs,
yeah,
Oh, no,
besides
I haven't seen
that,
it.
which is a horror film
yes,
I know it's a
about
horror film, but
cannibal.
about Hannibal
okay.
Lecter. He talks about eating human livers. He's talking about eating human livers because he's a
Oh,
cannibal.
okay. Yeah. I haven't seen it. I know Hannibal Lecter and I know of Silence of the Lambs, but that's it.
And they
I
also
was just
they
bored of
also
it.
there's several references to that. They make a joke about it in Dumb and Dumber. They make that
Yep.
joke when they're going, I think, into the party in their like crazy suits. There's several times when
Mm.
they make that reference. I've heard it in several different places, but yeah, it's from
Hmm.
Silence of the Lambs originally. But
Okay. That's funny.
okay. Anyway, oh
Have
man.
you want to choose our
Uh,
next?
sure. Um, we did. Well, I think most of these are sweet besides that one, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll pick something sweet. Uh, let's let's try these things. Do you guys want to do the strawberry cookie thingies?
Yeah.
What are these? Queen's Secret Recipe Strawberry. I
Strawberry cream sandwich cookies, it says. The word sando refers to a Japanese style of sandwich made with a variety of fillings. But these sandos are a popular variation in Korea.
To me, it looks kind of like an Oreo on the
Hmm.
box. I haven't actually opened the box yet. I will tell. Oh, there's like little packages inside the box.
Yep. This is
Hmm.
what the cookie looks like, but it almost looks more like it looks like a cracker than a cookie.
Hmm.
Kind of different.
I love this packaging with like the strawberries and the queen's recipe on the back. That's cute.
Mm.
Can we open the
Okay.
damn thing? Good lord.
Oh, they smell good. Smells like strawberry
Oh, they
milk.
do. They do smell
Mhm.
very good.
Do I eat it like an Oreo?
That's what I did.
Yeah, they look good.
Ooh, it tastes more like real strawberries than
Hmm.
strawberry flavored things here.
Yeah.
And I like the cookie is not sweet sweet. I like that. The
Mm-hmm.
sweetness comes from the strawberry.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. This is very good.
The cookie's very buttery flavored.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna
Okay.
give that a wow delicious.
Me too. I love strawberries. If you don't like strawberries, I think that would be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I
gonna
don't like
I'm gonna third that.
strawberries, but um I like strawberry flavored things. I think the seeds for me on
Kevin,
the
what was your
fruit.
rating on that?
The same. I'm gonna give that a wow as well. That is very good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, did you say it's the seeds that you don't like about strawberries?
Yeah, like on the actual fruit, but I'll eat like strawberry ice cream, strawberry milk, things like that.
I
Like
feel like that's a.
Chateau Farms in Kansas City makes a really good strawberry milk.
I feel like the seeds are a pretty common thing for people to not like with eating actual strawberries. I love
Yeah.
strawberries personally. I love
Hmm.
all types of berries, but I feel like the seeds are a pretty common thing for people to not like.
I've watched those like not OCD. What do they call those videos that like make your brain feel good? But
ASMR?
someone picked yeah, ASMR, but it wasn't like talking. It was someone was picking all the seeds out of a strawberry and then showed the strawberry with no seeds and I was like that looks amazing. I want that.
I think that's much more patience than I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To either take the seeds out or watch somebody take the seeds out. I don't think I
Mhm.
can do that.
Okay. So, are we ready for the next mythological creature?
Sure.
Okay. So, again, I and guarantee I'm pronouncing this wrong, but it's Bulgae, Bulgai, no, fire dogs. So, fire dogs are from a dark kingdom called Gamangara. These supernatural pups are the reason we have eclipses, so say Korean mythology. The story goes that the king sent them to catch the sun and the moon, but each was either too hot or too cold to grab. The king kept sending more dogs, causing eclipses whenever they tried to snatch the sun or the moon.
Hmm.
Cool. I
Interesting.
I
love
thought it was
those.
cute.
Yeah, I love those stories that tell how people would make the world work around them, make them
Hmm.
understand the world. That's cool.
Yeah, like the Greek mythology about the chariot going in front of the sun
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
things. Yeah, it is interesting how a lot of cultures have similar but different stories to
Yeah.
explain things. It's very interesting. Okay, are we ready for the next
Yep.
snack?
Yes.
I think it's your turn to pick, Nick.
Hmm. I want to try, let's do the choco pie.
Okay.
I've been waiting for this one.
It says black sugar milk tea. I love milk tea.
Is this like
So,
a? It looks kind of like a moon pie. Is it marshmallow in the middle?
yeah,
Is that
it's
what
a
it's?
tea biscuit with marshmallow cream filling.
Okay.
So this says it was introduced to North Korean workers. Oh, this is from North Korea. It was
Oh.
introduced to North Korean workers at the
Hmm.
Kaesong Industrial Complex as a bonus around 2004. And then these treats quickly became a black market sensation in North Korea, valued for their novelty and taste. And then it says, concerned about the influence of South Korean culture, the North Korean government eventually banned them.
No, that sounds about right.
Interesting.
That sounds about right.
Very interesting.
What's cool? I read that too last night. If you read on, South Korea then basically bombed North Korea with all of these. They sent thousands in an airdrop
Huh.
on North Korea so people could have them.
Interesting.
That's so funny.
Hmm.
Interesting. Well, it smells very good, but I like marshmallow. I don't know if you guys like
I
marshmallow.
am not a marshmallow person, so
Okay. Let's see. Mm. I'm crumbled all over. Ooh,
yeah, it's a little messy.
that's good though.
That's good.
I like that. It's like a little too crumbly for me though.
I'm getting an okay. It's actually a little too sweet for me. And I don't say that so
Really?
much. Yeah. But it
I'm
does
still,
remind me a lot of a moon pie with more of a graham cracker crust. So
yeah.
more, almost like a something kind of s'more, but kind of not. Different.
Mm-hmm.
I would give that as an okay as well. I don't really
Mm-hmm.
taste the marshmallow in it.
Mm-hmm.
I almost just kind of taste chewy to me. Like I taste more of the
Mm-hmm.
chocolate and the graham cracker than anything. So
I give it a wow delicious for the flavor, but the texture for me is okay because it's too messy.
which one are you gonna
But I
go
would
with?
still I think wow delicious because I like the
Okay.
flavor a lot.
Okay, I just literally wrote down wow, okay, WOK. I made a new word for Nikki. Wow.
Guac. That's fitting. Walk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have another tale?
hmm So the next one is Dokkaebi, a Korean goblin. So it says these Korean goblins are created when blood touches an object. So unlike scary Western monsters, these guys can be both tricksters or helpers. They carry a magic club that can summon anything and love challenging humans to wrestling matches.
That's a random last part of that.
Yeah. I think they must have got that because a lot of these, there's been like shows made about them. So maybe some of it's like from the myth and some's from like pop culture shows and things.
Hmm.
So maybe in one of the shows, these Dokkaebi challenged a human to a wrestling match.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of random, but okay. Sure, why not? Uh,
Okay.
challenging
All right.
Aunt
human.
Cindy, which one do you want to do next?
Well, I am a pretzel girl, so I'm going to go with the honey butter pretzels.
Okay.
I haven't tried them, but I opened them earlier and they smell amazing.
I do love pretzels as well. I'm kind of hoping for a honey mustard type flavor because I do love the honey mustard pretzels.
Ooh, this says pretzels didn't arrive in South Korea until the 20th century, but they've been a popular snack ever since.
Hmm.
This flavor first went viral in 2014. Yeah, and many Korean snack companies began developing it.
Interesting. That is not what I was expecting, but it is exactly what it's like. Honey butter is exactly
Yes,
what it tastes like. It is a honey butter flavor.
very much so.
Hmm.
Ooh, it smells good. Is it going to taste like a Texas Roadhouse roll?
That's, mm-hmm,
Yeah.
kind of.
Pretty much. Yeah. It is. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Mm. I think if it was just butter, I would be a wow delicious. Because butter's my favorite food. But the honey makes it taste interesting to me.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking the same way. I'm putting in okay just because there's not enough salty to balance that sweet honey.
Yeah.
I agree.
I get that.
If it was
So
butter salt
It's
pretzels.
I definitely wouldn't throw them away. They're good.
yeah. They're a little
Mm,
sweet for me as well. I will agree with all of that. So I'm gonna go okay as well.
okay. Yeah,
So
I agree.
3 okays on that one.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's it is it doesn't lie though. That is exactly what that label
Yeah.
says. Like honey
hmm
butter is exactly what that tastes like. It's just not.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Kevin, if you like pretzels, I'll do a plug. I just found some pretzels at Walmart from the Sun Gold brand that have the Doritos Cool Ranch flavor.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Ooh.
They're very
hmm
good.
Okay, we'll
So,
have to look for
Yeah,
those.
yeah.
that sounds very
I'll
good.
definitely have to look for those.
Yeah.
I've noticed that with honey, there's different kinds of honey, and I don't like all the different kinds of honey. So I don't know if that's why this is just okay for me, or if it's because there's no salt. I
Hmm.
don't know, but they're not bad. Okay, are we ready for the next
Mhm.
mythical creature?
Sure.
Okay, so a cholima is 1,000-mile horse. The cholima is a super fast winged horse that can run about 400 kilometers in just one day. I have no concept of that distance or time, so maybe that's fast. It says, according to legend, this amazing horse wanted someone to tame it, but when nobody could, it flew up into the sky. Just says it's
So
an important cultural
you said it's a
symbol.
1,000 miles. Is 1,000 miles long?
No, 1,000
No,
kilometers.
the like name is called like the 1,000-mile horse,
Okay.
but It says 400 kilometers in one day.
Okay.
But I
Well,
have zero concept of direction, time, speed, anything.
well, if you walk a 5K, which I've never done, but it is a life goal of mine. If you walk a 5K, that's 3 miles. So 400 would be about 125 miles.
400,
Yeah.
400
400.
kilometers is 248 miles.
Okay, I was off. I don't do math.
So Google says a normal horse can travel 40 to 80 kilometers in a day.
Okay, so
So
it's
yeah,
doing
that
like
is a lot.
double, or it's doing like 10 times that, basically, is what it's saying.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot. Yeah.
Mhm.
hmm
What is that?
Oh,
200
apparently they use it as like sports teams' names, and it represents, speed and interesting.
248 miles is basically Kansas City to St. Louis, if that helps you.
Mm.
So, Kansas City to St. Louis in one day, which by car is nothing. That's 4 hour drive, but by horse that'd be a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
So there you go.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Which snack is next?
Well, I mean, I'll let you two pick because there's only two left. We've got um the crown, which
Let's
I think
do
is
the
we've got this thing,
blueberry soda.
and then yeah, these are both made by the same company. It looks like Crown is what
I
it
feel
says.
like the
Crown in both
peach
the top
rings are
left.
gonna be good, so we should end on those. But the blueberry soda, I'm not so sure.
Is this bubble gum? Is that what this is? It
No,
looks
it
like the
says it's
fish is
sour
blowing.
candy.
It looks like the thing is blowing a bubble though. Like
It says blueberry flavored sweet and sour chewy candy.
okay.
Oh, the candy itself starts out super chewy but slowly softens as you eat them.
Okay. Well,
I don't know, so I don't
we'll
know if
try
it's
it.
candy or gum. We're gonna find out.
So I did look up Crown because quite a few of these come from Crown, and it is the biggest candy company in South Korea.
Okay. Well, maybe that makes sense then. Okay.
hmm
Well, let's try this.
Can't
Blueberry
even get it open.
soda flavored candy. Come on.
Oh, it smells good. All of these have smelled really good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they don't, then you're not going to want to eat them. Probably, I would say.
Well,
Which
there was
is-
some in some other boxes
there
that we
was.
tried
This is true.
that did not smell good.
This is true. Well, they probably also didn't taste well.
Yeah. Mmm. It does taste like blueberry soda.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I was thinking I don't get the sour, but now I think I'm getting the sour.
Yeah.
Just like a little tiny bit of sour.
Mine's actually pretty sour. But
Mine are not.
Hmm. That's interesting.
I like those.
Mm-hmm.
I would call that delicious. That's the only thing I think I've said that about today. But
Really?
yeah. No, sorry, I said it
Hmm.
about the strawberry, the cookies. My bad.
Mm. I'm gonna give that an okay. The flavor is really good, but I don't like things that are this chewy.
I like chewy, like gummy candies. Yeah. But
I like gummies, but not like,
chewy candies. Okay.
yeah.
Like Starburst. This is almost like a star. This reminds me of a Starburst or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very chewy soda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Much more
I'll
chewy
give it an
strawberries.
okay also. I like it, but it didn't go wow on me.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. It's like Starburst, or what are the other ones? Mambas?
Now and later.
Yeah.
Now and Laters? Oh yeah, it is more similar to Now and Later, I think.
Those are a little chewier, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. It's a cute package though. I do like this package. The little blue guy.
Yep.
Yeah, I was struck by how many things are in English on these packages, but then I thought it was distributed by a U.S. company, so I think they
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
might have their own packaging. It might look different in South Korea.
that's possible.
Yeah. Yeah, because it says made in South Korea, distributed in New Jersey.
Yeah, by the Yumco Corporation.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah,
That was
that's
good.
interesting. It says so soda arrived in South Korea during the 1930s, mostly coming from Japan. And by the 1950s, they were making their own. And then in 1988, they introduced candies like this.
Hmm.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, all right. Our next mythological creature. So the Gyeosung Saha, Korean Grim Reaper. So the Korean Grim Reaper guides dead souls to the afterlife, traditionally wears a black hanbok, which is like the traditional long dress. But it says modern TV shows, this makes me think it's supernatural. Modern TV shows now often show them in stylish black suits with cool fedoras.
Yeah. Yep.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Update the Grim Reaper a little bit. Bring him up with times. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. We got to make Death look a little more stylish over the years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Right. Supernatural did do the same thing, especially with Billy. Just nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Are we on our last
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Peach gummies.
peaches? Let's see.
Oh, now these two smell amazing. They smell exactly like a ripe peach.
I
It
love
doesn't smell
peaches.
fake.
Hmm. It says peaches have been grown on the Korean peninsula since ancient times and are very important in South Korean culture.
Oh, that,
They are
wow.
believed to provide good health and longevity, and some even believe that the sweet stone fruit can help chase away spirits. Interesting. Let's see. Oh, they do smell very real.
And it tastes a lot like a peach too. That's kind of
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
You definitely do not get that artificial
Yeah,
flavor.
No,
Flavor.
that's kind of crazy. Dang.
Yeah,
that's a wow.
that is a wow to me
Whew.
too. I like that.
Yeah, I agree. That's a wow.
Hmm.
Ooh, those are good.
They are.
Yeah,
I
that's a
like them.
common thing I've seen in those boxes, and all the different boxes we've tried is everything tastes more real.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
like it.
Less artificial. But I like how they talk about, the peaches are the healthy fruit because that made me think of, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, what we always said.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So peaches keep the doctor away and the ghost.
Yeah. Interesting. So the last mythological creature I have, which is fitting because it says peaches chase away spirits. So Korean ghosts are different than Western ones. They're almost always women with long black hair, white funeral clothes, and a scary stare. This is in pop culture. But more generally, Koreans believe that the ghosts are usually people who died with unfinished business. So once they finish their business, then they'll move on once they solve their problems. So
Okay.
they differ a little bit from our view of spirits and ghosts.
Hmm.
That was interesting.
Interesting.
Cool.
Hmm. Okay. So
This is very
overall, what
good.
did you guys think of the Korean snacks?
Well,
Have you?
I really like them. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm looking at our scores. Nobody said that's horrid.
Mm-hmm.
So
No,
I think that's good.
I think, Nick, out of this group of snacks, this is the first time I haven't had one that I just wanted to almost vomit after eating at least one of them. So yeah, I think we did pretty well today because
Yeah.
now Now, like I said, I still have 4 more over here, so we'll see how those ones go.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I'm curious to see how, like, you have a ramen one and then another corn puff one. It's going to be interesting to see what you rate those.
yeah, I'll, like I said, I'll record those on like a short little, like
Yeah.
rapid fire thing, and I'll send them to you, and you can post them on Instagram or something, or they might be yeah, I'll let you
Yeah.
post them on Instagram. But
Yeah, this is making me want ramen for lunch.
but anyway, that was fun.
Hmm.
I always like doing these food boxes because it's just kind of interesting to see what other countries have as snacks and like
Hmm.
Yeah.
what people enjoy in other countries. Because I mean, I would guess that these are popular there. That they're not sending us like random snacks that aren't popular.
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe these are the ones that don't sell, and that's why they're sending them to us. I don't know, but you never know. I mean,
Yeah.
but I just think
Yeah.
it's interesting.
What
Interesting to see
was
what other places have.
your guys' favorite thing of of the whole box, of our small box?
The peaches.
The peaches?
Yeah.
You know, it's weird, but when I look at it now, what I want to go back to is the very first one we had. I want to try those again.
That's what I was
But or the
thinking
strawberry
too.
cookies were good.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, strawberry cookies were good. I think the peaches and the first
Mm-hmm.
sweet and
The
spicy
sweet and
were
spicy things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
tied for
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, I think the peaches
Yeah.
are definitely my favorite in this box.
Hmm. Yeah, that was fun.
But
Yeah.
okay, I think let's do facts.
Facts?
Then yep, let's do facts. Okay, who wants to go first?
We'll let our guest go first.
Okay.
I will go first. Well, growing up as a child in the 70s, always watched the show MASH. We always watched it. And then we always watched the reruns too. And it was always interesting later on when I went to history class and the show MASH was on for 11 seasons or 11 years. But the Korean conflict, now it was not a war when I grew up, it was only called the conflict because it was a police action. It was only 3 years long. So they made the series like almost 4 times as long as the Korean War.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm,
That was interesting.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, my fact is that children born in South Korea are considered 1 year old when they are born, and then they turn 2 on the next Lunar New Year.
I saw that and I thought that was interesting.
Yep.
Hmm.
So after that, do they actually celebrate on their birthday? I guess is
They
that what?
they will still celebrate their, because I read it too, they will still celebrate on the actual day of their natural birth, but they figure out the age from the linear year. Now, I guess a couple of years ago, they actually have what they call an international year where they figure it out for international records from their actual date of birth is how old you are.
Hmm.
Hmm.
But traditionally, it's you start out as one and then you turn the next year like a new year. So
Hmm.
that is interesting.
Yeah. And
Interesting.
I mean, it makes sense because you've already been existing
Yes.
for a couple months, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Um, Mine is a little more random. I don't know if you guys, because I saw Nick's as well, so I don't know if you saw this one as well. The one that I found was that many South Koreans share a common fear known as electric fan death, and it is that they have a belief that leaving an electric fan running overnight can be lethal to the person sleeping directly beneath it. It has been debunked by several media outlets try to tell them that it is not true. It has been debunked by the government, everybody, but several. It is still a commonly held belief, and it is still a common fear among the populace in that country. But so it's It's a very big, I guess,
Interesting.
issue. They won't leave
Like a
fans
ceiling
running.
fan?
Yeah, I guess it's just like they won't leave the
Do they
fan
think it's
running.
gonna fly off and
I
like
have,
chop off their head?
it didn't give me any more information than what I just told you, but that's the fear. So I guess the dude in the suit and the top and the fedora will be coming to get them if they leave if they leave the ceiling fan running overnight when they're sleeping. So yeah,
Yeah.
I must have died probably a billion times by now because every single night the ceiling fan is never turned off. So
I just started typing into Google has a ceiling fan, and then the first thing is ever killed anyone.
nope, and
Let's see.
that's the other thing that says that they've also debunked it by saying there's never actually been an actual death reported from this. So there's don't know where it came from, don't have a clue. It's just what
Yeah. This says it was on Mythbusters and some different things that it's highly unlikely that a ceiling fan will actually decapitate someone, but you can be injured by the blades.
Yeah.
I wonder if it has anything to do. I know there used to be wives' tales and stuff that if you left the fan on at night, especially like if you take a shower or bath right before bed and then leave the fan on, you'll catch a cold or you'll get sick or something like that.
No, that's
I don't
possible.
know.
But
I know that sounds like how like French people don't like air conditioning because they think it makes you sick, and yeah, that's interesting.
well, considering how hot it's been here lately, I'm gonna stick with my air conditioning because
Yeah.
it's
I'm not turning mine off.
it's been a little toasty lately. We had we did the math. There was somebody who sent in to the station the other day that said what like their house reported as like their dew point and temperature, and we did the math on what the heat index was, and it said it was 121 degree heat index, which is like, yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
Don't wanna deal with that. So yeah, not gonna
Yeah.
not gonna
Working
not have air
softball
conditioning.
tournaments outside the last 2 weekends was miserable.
Oh, I'm
I'm
sure.
so glad. I'm done until September with that, which I'm glad for.
Yes, because I'm sure that's been miserable.
It was hot.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that is it for this week. Hope you guys had fun. Aunt Cindy, thanks for coming on and doing the food
Thanks
box
for
with
joining.
Nothing.
us. We'll have to do this again. Get another food box and do this again because I had a lot of fun. Next time, I don't know. Either you guys will have. No, I think 6 is a good number. I think next time I'll need to get the smaller food box because I think 6 is a good number to do. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and we'll talk to you next week.